get started. So start in an easy seat on a pillow, block, or bolster. And just settle in. Maybe close your eyes. And just notice where you are in this moment. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe notice your breath in through your nose. Notice if your breath only sits in your chest, and see if you can extend that breath down into your belly. So regarding what's happened yesterday in Boulder, the theme for our class today is just to let it flow. So whatever comes up during class today, maybe emotions, thoughts, just let it flow. See if you can remain present. Although I know it's very hard. It's kind of hard for me right now. But just whatever comes up, just let it flow over you. And just take a moment to ponder what that means to you. To let it flow. And we'll take 3 breaths to close in our intention. So go ahead and exhale everything out your mouth. Inhale through your nose, deep belly breath, filling your body with air. And exhale, sigh it all out. Whatever noise feels right to you to make. Inhale through your nose. And exhale out your mouth, sigh it all out. One more time, deep inhale through your nose, expanding your belly, filling your body with breath, with air. And exhale, sigh it all out. We'll start today with breath of light. So it's an 8-part inhale, 8-part exhale. The inhale, you can also think of it as 4 parts of 2. So the inhale is through your nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. So 8 parts. And the exhale is out your nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. So let's try it all together. Go ahead and exhale everything out of your mouth. Inhale through your nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. And exhale out your nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. Inhale, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. Pause at the top and exhale, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. Inhale, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. And exhale, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth, nose, mouth. Continue at your own pace. Remember, it's either 4 parts of 2 or 8 parts. Inhaling through your nose, then mouth. And as you're doing this, just imagine like a ball of light right in front of your face. And with every inhale, you're sipping it in. With every exhale, this light is just shimmering around you. Breath practices help us to tune in with ourselves, to calm our parasympathetic nervous system, just reminding us to breathe and release anxiety. Continue this practice. We'll continue for 2 more minutes. See if you can stay present with your ball of light. And you can go ahead and release breath of light. Just keep your eyes closed, hands on your knees. Notice the space you've created in your minds, the calm that you've let in, and maintain this state of calm throughout your practice today. You can go ahead and blink open your eyes. Move your bolster block just for a second. I'll come into a toe squat. So you can tuck your toes underneath you and sit onto your heels. This stretches the backs of your feet and into your ankles. If this is too much for you, you can of course come onto your hand at any time. Maybe shake it out. Maybe sit more onto your hands. Or you can continue to switch back and forth onto your heels. Over time, this pose gets easier. When I first did it, I couldn't do it for more than 15 seconds. It's very intense. See if you can breathe into it. Breathe into the discomfort. Deep breaths in through your nose. Yoga teaches us that if you can sit with the discomfort in poses, you can sit with the discomfort in life. And go ahead and come onto your hand. Just tap the tops of your feet on the floor. And grab your bolster or block or pillow. And come into Hero's Pose, Virasana. So for this, you're going to sit in between your heels. So you may want to sit down onto a pillow or a block. So your heels are by your hips, knees are together, and you're sitting right in between your heels. If you want, you can sit on the ground if you're not getting enough of a stretch in your quads. And maybe slowly lay down onto your bolster or pillow. This is too intense. You can stay seated. We'll be here for about 3 minutes. So just breathe, settle in. Find your 4 or 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most intense. The only thing you gain from pushing yourself to the biggest expression of your pose is soreness the next day. So in yin, we just want to release the connective tissue. And that means we hold it at a 4 or 5 for 3 to 5 minutes. As you settle into your pose, remember to breathe in and out through your nose to calm your nervous system. And imagine your breath going in and traveling all the way down into your knees, bringing strength to your knee joint. Use these rare moments of silence to really tune in with your body and pay attention to your breath. If you feel your limbs falling asleep at any time, you can either ease out of it or enjoy the discomfort. Because when we come back up, the blood will come rushing in. It's kind of a cool sensation. And take 5 more breaths in your hero's pose. And slowly use your arms to walk yourself back up to seated. You can come up onto your knees and bring your feet around out in front of you. And just allow the blood to rush back in. Maybe make circles with your feet. And bring your heels in to butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. We'll inhale to get tall, finding length. And exhale, fold forward over your feet. Your feet can be as far into your pelvis as is comfortable for you. And just round down your neck and your shoulders. Feeling a nice stretch in your inner thighs. We'll get deep into the hips during this class. So just keep in mind that the hips harbor emotion. So allow whatever comes up to just flow. Notice your breath. Can you elongate your breath even deeper? Can you relax where there's unnecessary tension, such as in your shoulders, your face, your jaw? And just imagine that connective tissue loosening. Your fascia encases the muscle almost like a pantyhose wrapped around the muscle. And that's what we're working on here with these deep, long holds. We're actually changing the composition of your body. It takes about 120 seconds for this to really release and to make long-lasting changes. Take 10 more breaths here. And slowly use your hands to walk yourself back up. Keep your left foot tucked in and extend your right foot out. One-legged forward fold, Janu Sarasana. You can grab your bolster, pillow, blocks if you need them. Turn your shoulders towards your right leg. Inhale to get tall. Exhale, release all tension, rolling down over your right foot, resting yourself on your pillow, block, bolster. And if you need, you can always stack up blocks on top of your bolster. Just allow yourself to rest. And for a moment, I want you to flex your right foot, engaging your quadricep muscles, allowing your hamstring to release even deeper. And just hold this flex, this engagement for 30 seconds. This activates the front muscle, telling the back muscle to release. And go ahead and release that flex. Notice the space you have now. Breathe in and out through the nose. Again, you need to tune in with your body to know when you're able to stretch a little deeper. And as you are, feel free to remove any props and adjust as needed. And take 10 more breaths here. Go ahead and use your hands to walk your torso back up. And extend your left leg out. Bring your right foot to the outside of your left knee, coming into a twist. You can also keep your left leg bent inwards if that's more comfortable. Inhale to get tall, wrapping your left hand around your right knee. Exhale, twist to the right side. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. Probably my favorite name for a pose. You can either extend your right hand behind you to twist deeper, or like me, you may choose to use your core to twist towards the wall behind you. Remember to ground both sit bones on the mat. And see if you can breathe deep into your belly. Take 3 more breaths. And begin to unwind. Front cow pose. Bring your left foot in, tucking it into your butt. And see if you can stack your right knee on top. This is also called shoelace pose or Gomukhasana. So your knees are stacked on top. Both heels are coming in towards your butt. And if your knees don't stack right on top of each other, that's totally fine. You can either stay like this, or you can inhale to lengthen and exhale to release all tension, rounding down. Maybe relaxing your chin on your knee. You should feel a nice stretch in your right hip. Remember to ground both sit bones into the mat as much as possible. Adjust as needed. And again, imagine air coming in, maybe circulating in the spot where you feel the deepest stretch. And just encasing that muscle, allowing it to release. Yin is great for almost a beginner's meditation. So you're doing something, but while you're doing that something or that stretch, you're trying to be mindful and present And notice what's going on in your body and where your thoughts go. And just notice without judgment. You can learn a lot about yourself. And slowly walk yourself up. Fire log pose. Bring your left shin parallel to the top of your mat. And stack your right shin on top, bringing your right heel on top of your left knee, if that's comfortable to you. You can either put a block or a bolster in between your foot and your right knee, or you can inhale to lengthen and exhale to gently fold over your right shin and left shin. Just relax your neck and your jaw. This pose is rather intense, so just keep that in mind. Remember to hold at a 4 or 5, so if you need to back off, feel free to do so. And come back to your intention for your class today. Can you breathe into the discomfort? Can you let go of frustration? Take 10 more breaths. Slowly begin to walk yourself up. Windshield wiper your legs, bring your feet together. Maybe just switch your knees side to side. And we'll do the same on our left side. So tuck your right foot in, extend your left foot out, grab your bolster or blocks for one-legged forward fold, Janu Surasana. And inhale to find length, creating space in between the vertebra and your spine. And exhale, fold over, eventually rounding in your upper spine, your cervical, your thoracic spine. And flex your left foot, engaging that quad. We'll hold this for 30 seconds. Keep in mind that if you feel the stretch more in your back, maybe in the right side of your lower back, totally okay. Just inhale through your nose, breathing into whatever space you feel the deepest stretch. And you can release your flexed foot, your left foot. Maybe finding a little bit more space there. Remembering to tune in, and if you need to remove your props, you can go ahead and do so. And take 12 more breaths, creating space in your mind and in your body. And slowly begin to walk yourself back up. Extend your right leg out. Bring your left foot to the outside of your right knee, the right side of your right knee. Inhale to get tall. Exhale, twist, half Lord of the Fishes pose. Either using your core or placing your left hand behind you. And your right foot does not have to be flexed. See if you can still breathe deep into your belly. With each inhale, you're breathing in the good. With each exhale, you're just breathing out all the stuff you don't need. Breath is actually an important way of how we detoxify our body, getting rid of carbon dioxide. And bringing in oxygen. And you can twist back to center. Come to shoelace pose, tucking your right foot into your hip, into your left hip, and stacking your left knee on top. You can either stay here, or you can inhale, finding length, and exhale, folding, finding a deep stretch in your left hip, maybe in your right hip as well. Grounding both hips into the mat. And breathe deeply. Practicing patience. Maybe notice how one side feels different than the other. Oftentimes we have one side that's maybe stronger in the way that it can balance better and maybe do more squats and things with that leg. But the other side is often more flexible. And take 5 more breaths here. Slowly use your hands to walk yourself back up. Fire log pose, right shin parallel to the top of your mat. And stack your left shin on top, bringing your left foot on top of your right knee. Maybe placing a block in between your left knee and foot. You can inhale to get tall and exhale to fold, finding a deeper stretch, or you may choose to sit upright. And adjust as needed. Remember that the hardest pose, or maybe your least favorite pose, is the one that can teach you the most about yourself. And it's the one you probably need to do the most often. So for me, that is fire log pose. And just breathe and be patient. Notice where your mind goes and try and bring it back to the present moment. And take 7 more breaths here. Slowly walk yourself back up. Place your feet, maybe windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Allowing blood to flow back into that new space we just created. And go ahead and bring your bolster nearby. And bring it long ways, so vertical, parallel to the mat. You can place the bolster right at your sit bones. We'll bring our feet together into butterfly Baddha once again. And you can slowly lay back onto your bolster, or maybe just onto the ground if you don't have a bolster. And adjust your feet as needed. Your arms can come by your side. Maybe your arms come to a T, or maybe you do goalpost arms with your palms up to the sky, feeling a nice stretch across your chest. So this is a very open pose. You feel an opening in your hips and your hip flexors, as well as in your pec muscles and in your shoulders, your deltoids. And if you're on the ground, you can also bring your arms to goalposts or to a T. And this is how we'll take our Shavasana today. So first, go through and picture your limbs melting to the ground where they can melt, allowing gravity to help you get there. Release all tension in your face, in your jaw, in your tongue. Releasing the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Quiet mind, quiet body, nowhere to be, nothing to do. Shavasana. Bring awareness back into your body. You can extend your feet out from their butterfly position. And bring your arms to your side. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Make circles with your ankles, with your wrists. And go ahead and inhale, reach your arms up overhead, point your toes, full good morning stretch, biggest stretch of the day. And go ahead and roll into a fetal position on either side. And take a moment to thank yourself for showing up to practice today. Take a moment to honor your practice. For acknowledging the space you created in your body and mind. And for letting yourself sit with emotion and practicing patience to overcome. And slowly make your way to an easy seat with your eyes closed. You can bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Hands to the head, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Hands to the heart, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. And hands to the mouth, reminding us to have clear and loving communications. Sending this love, light, and peace out to all beings everywhere. Namaste.